Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Another one incoming as Prophet Tibetan exposes the estranged wife of the owner of Ife, Olori Naomi. Let's get into the details. Well, a lot of people don't want to believe Prophet Tibetan because we all know that it's from the Celestial Church of Christ. And a lot of people normally have reservations about people from white garment. But back then, Prophet Tibetan spoke about Queen Naomi, and some people were like, it's not true. What he's saying is not true, that he's just coming out to look for fame, he's coming out to look for clouds and all. And we all know that the queen, the ex queen Naomi, she presents herself as a public figure, and she's someone that is very vocal on social media, and we all know the power of social media. A lot of people weren't expecting her to come online to talk about her separation from the owner of Ife. And if she really wanted to move on, she would have left the palace secretly. But she knew the power social media could cause, and that's why she decided to go on social media and talk about a split from the Oni of Ife. And while she talked on Instagram, she said and she wrote that she did it because her time there is up, and that the Lord just told her to enter into the palace and come out. She said she's a prophetess. A lot of people did not know that about her. They just thought she was a normal queen. And at the end of the day, we realized that she was a prophet according to what she said. She made herself, she was a self acclaimed prophet. She said she was a prophet and she was doing God's work, and her time in the palace had finished. And Prophet Tibetan revealed that the queen, the ex queen Naomi, used to be in a relationship with his own brother, and that his brother is a prince. And that means that she has been eyeing royalty for a really long time. It didn't just start with the owner of Ife. She has followed the prophet's brother before, and he said that they were in a relationship. We don't know if it was a girlfriend and boyfriend or fiancé or whatever relationship they would have been in together. And so it just goes to show that she has been high royalty. We all know that the Ooni of Ife is a really strong person when it comes to the monarch system. And we all know that he is full of riches, power, fame, and all. And maybe the queen decided to leave the former prince she was in a relationship with and decided to follow the owner of Ife, because there's this thing they say, level past level. So basically, maybe she thought that the level of the owner of Ife was higher than the prince she was in before. And we all know that she was going in and out of Akure and its environs, and that is the set place that this particular prince is. And so we all know that she has a liking for prince, for her to move from one prince to another. So it has just been, she's going back and forth. And her following the Ooni of Ife, she knows she will get more benefits. She can become anything she wants. She will get the money, she will get the fame, she will get the riches, she will establish herself, she will establish her family. We know that the position of the owner of Ife is really a paramount position, and we know what that position can bring. Prophet Tibetan also made it known that she's not a prophetess or a woman of God, and that she's not a seer. And he was like, did she buy it from eBay? Did she buy it from Jumia? That she's not a prophetess at all, that she doesn't see anything. Even questioned the age, that how old is she, that she's already calling herself a prophetess, that she's not a prophetess, that she's just lying, and that she's claiming she's a prophetess. He also called her a prostitute, called her an ashero, and said that she was his brother's wife, and that his brother had money, oil, and all. and he blasted her, used all sorts of names to describe her, saying that she's nothing but a prostitute running from one man to another. We all know what happened and what transpired between ex Queen and the owner of Ife. And that day, that fateful day, we did not even know that anything had happened between the owner of Ife and Queen Naomi. But when she came out on social media on that fateful day, she posted on social media that they're not more together, they have separated, and that there's some things she doesn't want to talk about. There was a lot of hidden things. She didn't really say much, but just said that a time in the palace has ended. And even when people have tried to question the Onion of Ife so many times, it decides not to say anything. It decides not to speak. And even when BBC interviewed him, the Onion of Ife, and asked him multiple times about his relationship with the ex-queen, Olori Naomi, he refused to say anything. He refused to talk about it. He has been so quiet, and I'm sure he would have gotten advice from his advisors because obviously these people have advisors. He's a public figure. There's some things he's not meant to say. There's some things he's not meant to blot out. It's meant to be hidden. And everything that happens in the palace should stay in the palace. I think that is the code he decided to go by. And we have heard when they said that she wanted to return, the ex Olori, and that there be speculations that she's regretting her actions, she wants to return to the palace and all. But we know that a lot of people will not allow her to come back into the palace because when she went on her own, she decided to distance herself from her husband. She decided to come on social media to announce that split, to announce that breakup and all. And according to some sources, they said Naomi wanted them to get a church for her, wanted them to build a church for her. But we all know that the palace is a traditional place. They're all traditionalists. You don't expect them to build a palace and all. And a lot of people have called her a gold digger, saying she just went in there for the money, thinking that she could secure a lot of things from the Oni of Ife. We see our mother following her every time. The mother does not leave her side. It's like the mother is a handbag. And a lot of things, a lot of people have been talking that maybe she just wanted a home for her and her mother. She wanted to just take the money of the owner of Ife and use it anyhow she likes. But at the end of the day, she did not see much to take from the owner of Ife. Even the owner of Ife's cousin, because owner of Ife is someone that loves his family a lot, and he gives titles to people. He gave title to one of his cousins, and her name is Erelu Mabel Tunuadi. She was given the title of Erelu Odua and Irawo Oni Odua, and she's also a nurse in America. And she's a bombshell, she's a ticking time bomb. And she tackled Naomi and she said that she doesn't want Naomi to desecrate the palace and even accused her of some atrocities, saying it's a taboo and that they need to cleanse the palace. They don't want her to enter into the palace. So at the end of the day, people are not happy with her. So there's no way she can return to the palace. There's no way that she can make amends for what she had done. So at the end of the day, it boils down to if the no of Ife himself can ever forgive her for the action she decided to take. But Prophet Tibetan has let us to know that she was once following someone else. She was once in a relationship with his brother, who is also a prince, before she decided to follow the owner of Ife. And that for whatever reason, she is not a prophetess. And she was never a prophetess because there is nothing that shows she's a prophetess. There is nothing that shows that God speaks through her. And well, the prophet is a prophet. So sometimes we might not believe him, but some of the things he might be saying might be true. Let's just wait and see. Well, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe and turn on your notifications to get more news updates from us as it comes. Thank you.